Hey guys, nice to see everyone popping in. Um, Before we do the unlock, first thing I want to show you is the change that they've made today with the cartel market items in your legacy weapons. Now, I actually use a legacy crystal, so that doesn't count towards the problem. I got that from PvP ranked rewards. But if you use either the tuning or a cartel market crystal, you can no longer transfer your legacy weapons from character to character. Um, this is how it used to work. You'd just drop it in and it worked fine. But if I now add the tuning in, you get this lovely red pop-up saying that you need to remove the cartel market items before it will let you transfer it. So that's a wonderful addition to the game. The forums are obviously going wild about the difficulty to mess around with that. It does still cost you to remove the items, which is a huge pain. And you will need to transfer things and download the tunings and whatnot you want on the other characters you're using. I have actually unlocked the lightning weapon tuning for my legacy. That still prevents me from transferring things, so the legacy unlocks are not going to help you out on this one. And now we'll go to the fun part. I don't know why I'm running. I'm assuming we can unlock it from the fleet. I haven't actually seen any of this either, so this might be a little bit odd. Going to guess that it's somewhere over here with the huge amount of people that are piling in. The other thing we want to test today is if the stronghold bonus for your conquest score will increase. So we'll be checking that at some point once we've unlocked it. Sit back and enjoy the intro, I suppose. Okay. Oh, hi, Adril. First impressions from that intro is that this place is going to be absolutely massive. It looks very similar to the area that you actually go to on Manaan, so I'm wondering if they've just used that map for the moment. Should we have a look, see how many hooks we've got? Okay, so there's a total of 650 hooks available, and it starts off with 250, so I would guess each room is going to unlock probably about 100 each. That's the exit. Zoom out a bit and get a bit of a better view. This seems to be almost identical to the Manaan entrance so far. Okay, so the first one actually opens up 200. This is clearly different to what we'd seen before. Rooftop garden or underwater observatory? Which one do you think, guys? Pop your answer in chat. Please don't all answer at once, you know, it's difficult to keep up. Okay, so we'll hit the rooftop first. I would hasten to point out that this does not look like a rooftop garden. That, however, is a centerpiece. That could be quite fun. Get a nice random monster in here and scare the hell out of people as they walk through the door. There we go, that's a little more like it. Can we get up and over, or is that going to be... it's a false wall, you can't access it. So not a particularly big expansion on this one, but another 2 centerpieces. Actually fish swimming around under there. They've actually taken the effort to add in some extra animations as well. assume this will be almost identical. So again, not very big. Not wasting any space though. There's plenty of points in here you can decorate. I'd guess there's another room in the range. Yeah. Let's have a look, see if we missed anything. You can see there's only 4 unlocks in this one. The total cost I worked out earlier is 8,375,000 credits. So not a huge amount, given the amount of credits that are in game at the moment. But then, to be fair, it's not one of the bigger strongholds. The starting area seems to be the only large area that you get. The big question is, do I have the macro binoculars unlocked on this tune? Definitely not in there. Nope, clearly never bothered. Okay, well I guess the only other thing to do is to see if the... Oh, they've added in the search filter now, so you can search for specific decorations. Let's see if we can't spam a few bits in and see if we get an increase in our stronghold. Conquest bonus. What have we got? Finally make use of the veil in Hollow. These will do for a few spams to see if we can get the points up. Normally you get a 1% bonus on your stronghold score for 4% completion. Should probably get hold of some more Colto boxes if I'm going to be decorating this up properly. Okay, so we've got the 4%. Let's see what happens. I'm looking at the wrong page, so that's really not going to help any of us. Okay, so there is an increase, which means the new stronghold bonus for conquest will be 150% once you've decorated max on all 6 strongholds. That's obviously going to cost us a fortune, but would be worthwhile to do if your guild is interested in the conquest side of things. Probably one of the cheaper ones to unlock, so if you are a little bit behind the curve on these, Coruscant, Drum and Cars, and then this one should give you a nice solid jump to catch you up with things, and then you can save your credits up for the 2 larger ones that are massively more expensive. But that's, I think, about all there is to see in here. I don't think we missed anything. There's not. There appears to be an upstairs area there, but I would assume that's the internal section for the rooftop garden before you go outside. Yep, there we go. You can see down there, there's the items I just placed in for the test. Over here though, it looks like we've got some submarines placed, so I wonder if we can get around there. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're fairly restricted, which is a shame. I thought this would be a lot bigger. It's nice to look at, but very, very small in comparison to some of the others. Overall, I'd say it's probably not any larger than Coruscant or Drum and Cars. I would assume that's going to be for a ship. Let's place that there instead. That, unfortunately, appears to be about the most of it. I can't think of anywhere else that we checked that could be a what the. Where the balls did these people come from? Well, this appears to be an interesting bug. Someone else is clearly placing their companions and whatnot, and they are appearing in my stronghold. That might well be a ongoing bug from the past. I don't use my strongholds very much. They're mostly there to move the conquest scores. So one of them's decorated nicely, the others are literally spammed with everything I can fit in there. Just looking at the chat, it's not just me having the companions issue. Other people are also seeing their random companions, including ones that have died off on their side of the story, appearing in their stronghold. But as we know, every time there's a new thing added, there is always some interesting bugs appear with it as well. Say overall a little disappointing, but not some nice details involved. Patch itself, the most disappointing thing is obviously the new requirement to remove all cartel market crystals and tunings from your gear before you can transfer legacy gear across your account now. As we tested earlier, the parts, when you remove them, do still cost you credits. My advice would be either use crystals that are crafted, or use maybe the ranked crystals if you've got them, as they're legacy bound, so they don't seem to affect it. And for the moment, ignore the tunings, although they're nice to look at if you are planning on moving weapons across your legacy. I mean, I've got maybe 10 characters, 15 characters that use this lightsaber and focus. I can no longer transfer those to those characters whilst those are in there. So the best thing to do would be to remove them all and not use them if you are planning on doing it, and see if they adjust that in a later patch. As I say, the forums are rife with people kicking off about it. I don't think it's something they're going to be able to ignore very easily. I would assume that the market for crystals and tunings is likely to fall through the floor, both on the GTN, and they will probably notice a drop in any sales on the cartel market as well. Now, to me, that picture advertising that makes it look absolutely terrible. That would not encourage me to buy that in the slightest. Although there does seem to be a significant amount of things in there. But anyway, I won't bore you with me filling the stronghold out with decorations. I will call an end to the stream for now. If you like what you've seen so far, hit the follow button and come and see me later when we're actually playing. There's a possibility we might go and try the new the ops boss, which can only prove interesting with the craziness that goes on here. So come and see us again later. Hit follow, and I'll see you all again soon.